In this video, I'm going to show you the real reason why the relationship between Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez did not last, and I'm also going to predict for you if there's a possibility that this couple will ever get back together again in the future using numerology. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. So I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys to do a video on Justin and Selena. So this is a couple that has a lot of history together. They dated many years ago and they were off and on again for many years. They would get back together again and then they would break up and then they would get back together again and then they would break up. So there's a lot of history between these two, and you guys want to know why exactly they did not last and if they will ever get back together again. One of the things that I like to do on this channel is I like to look at the numerological birth charts of celebrities to show you guys the real reason why people behave the way they do. And so we look at the numbers in two people's charts and we can predict with great accuracy how compatible two people will be together and how likely they are to have a long-term relationship, and how likely they are to last in the future. And so my analysis of this relationship is going to be completely based on the numbers that I see in their birth charts. So I want to apologize to you ahead of time if there is something that I say that offends you. If you're a fan of this couple and I say something that offends you, or if you're not a fan of this couple and I say something that offends you, then I apologize to you ahead of time. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but my analysis is just based on the numbers and it's completely objective. So that means I'm going to be showing you the good and the bad. And you don't have to know anything about numerology to watch this video today. I'm going to break it down for you and I'm going to make it very simple. So I'm now going to show you why this relationship did not last. After you watch this, make sure to watch my video on predicting if the relationship between Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin will last. These are the four most important numbers in a numerology chart. The life path number is your main purpose in life and the main reason you were born. The expression number is how others see you and how the world sees you. Your soul's urge number is what makes you happy and what brings you happiness in life. And the birthday number is all of the skills and the talents and the abilities that you come down in this lifetime with. I have already gone ahead and calculated these charts ahead of time. If you want to do this on your own, or if you want to calculate your own birth chart, I will leave a link to an app below that you can use that is completely free. All you have to do is put in your birth date and the first, middle, and last name on your birth certificate, and it will calculate your chart for you. So Justin's life path number is a number 9, so the main purpose of his life is to be a humanitarian. As you can see from the number meanings, 9 represents service to humanity, charity, and because it is the last number in numerology, it often represents endings. So if Justin Bieber is not involved in any philanthropy at this time, he will be later in life. This usually happens when people get older. Gandhi and Mother Teresa were both life path number 9s. Selena's life path number is a number 5, and so as you can see from the number meanings, her main purpose in life is to have freedom, to have change, transition, and to seek out sensory experiences. So like I said, the life path number is the most important number, and it's really who you are at your core. And so at her core, Selena is a person who needs to have freedom, she needs to have a lot of change and transition, she needs to be seeking out sensory experiences. So these people are usually a lot of fun to be around, and they're usually very charismatic, and they like to have fun. And so the negative end of this number, because in numerology, all numbers have positive aspects, but they also have negative aspects too. The negative end of this number is that because they are in need of seeking out sensory experiences, often a lot of times they will become addicted to certain things. So they will experiment with drugs, alcohol, all kinds of stuff like that because they're trying to get a sensory experience out of it. And so on the negative end of that number, a lot of times they become addicted to these substances. And they can also become addicted to people too. So if they're with somebody and they give them a good feeling, they can become addicted to certain people, even if that person is not a good fit for them. So Justin's life path number is the number 9, which is also an odd number. As you can see, 9 and 5 are odd numbers. And in numerology, the odd numbers tend to have a similar energy and they tend to go well together. And the even numbers also have a similar energy and they tend to go well together. Even numbers tend to be more stable than odd numbers, but odd numbers tend to be more open-minded. They have the ability to think a little bit more abstractly. But it makes sense that the odd numbers would be a little bit more odd than the even numbers. They're just a little bit more eccentric. So these two numbers are actually compatible numbers. It's not the best combination, but they are actually compatible. And so, like I said, the 5 gets bored really easily and they really need to be stimulated. And the 9 will be able to do that because the 9s have a very eccentric and outside of the box way of thinking. And so they'll be able to provide that stimulation for the life path number 5. They both have an even number expression number. As you can see, Justin's is a 4, Selena's is a 6. Justin's soul's urge is a number 5. So what brings him true happiness in life is freedom, change, and transition, seeking out sensory experiences. Same thing as Selena's life path number. And Selena's soul's urge number is a number 1. So what brings her happiness in life is being number 1, being at the top. As you can see from the number meanings, 1 stands for individuality, independence, leadership, being at the top. Both soul's urge numbers are odd numbers, and also 1 and 5 go well together because they are natural match numbers and they have a lot of similar qualities. So the main reason I think these two ended up together is because Justin's soul's urge number is a number 5 and Selena's life path number is a number 5. And so what makes him happy in life is basically her purpose in life and the reason she is here. And so they have that in common, both having this need and desire to seek out sensory experiences. And also, like I said, the 2 life path numbers, which are the main most important numbers, those are compatible numbers also. So now let's talk about why this relationship probably didn't last. Justin's life path number is a number 9, and 9 is the very last number in numerology, and it usually represents endings. So these people, these life path number 9s, often will want to end everything once they get into something. So they'll get into a relationship or they'll start a job and they will have this need to end it. Even if everything is going well, they'll still have this inner need inside of them to end it. And so because of that, a lot of times they will become obsessed with people and events from the past that ended because of them, that came to an end because of them. And they often have wounds from the past that they still haven't completely healed from. And so because of that, they're focused on the past and not really focused on the present and the relationship that they are currently in the present moment. And so we can see this pattern with Justin in that the relationship with Selena was so off and on again, and it would come to an end and they would get back together again, and then it would come to an end for so many years. Another problem with this relationship, like I had previously mentioned with life path number 5s, such as Selena, if they are on the negative end of that number, they can have addiction problems and they can become addicted to things very easily because they are in constant need of seeking out sensory experiences. So they will experiment with substances. And so sometimes they will start to become addicted to these substances and to people. And if they are operating on the negative end of that number, they will start to feel sorry for themselves for these things. They will start to feel like their life is hopeless, and they will start to have depression, especially if they become addicted to a person and that person isn't reciprocating and doesn't want what they want. They'll start feeling sorry for themselves and they will start feeling very hopeless. And a 9 will not put up with that. A 9 will not tolerate that kind of hopeless, addictive behavior and will lose interest in the 5 very quickly if the 5 starts to do that. 9s are always looking for a reason to end things, so if Selena started to have that kind of behavior, then she gave Justin what he wanted, a reason to end it. But then his soul's urge number is a number 5, so maybe he became addicted to her also. He would end it and, would be thinking about her because she was a person of his past, and because he has that soul's urge 5 in there, always felt like he had to come back to her because he was kind of addicted to her too. This also explains why Justin ended up going for Hailey Baldwin also, because if you watch that video, you'll see that Hailey is kind of like the opposite of Selena. So the numbers that are right next to each other tend to be opposite each other in many ways, and Hailey's life path number is a number 4, and 4 and 5 are completely the opposite. 4s are very stable, they're very work focused, they're very serious, and they take things very seriously. And 5s are all about fun, and they're all about being charming and not taking things seriously. So I get the feeling that maybe Justin went for Hailey because she was a stark contrast to Selena, and because maybe he felt like he was the parent in this relationship with Selena. Like I said, if she was demonstrating that unstable, addictive, feeling sorry for yourself kind of behavior. He probably felt like he was the one having to take care of Selena, and since Hailey's life path number is a very stable number, it was probably very appealing to him because she probably seemed more stable than Selena and like she would be able to take care of him. Both Justin and Selena have more odd number energy in their charts than Hailey does. So Hailey is more stable than both of these two are. Now, if you want to know my prediction for if that relationship will last, check out my video on Justin and Hailey. But in that relationship between Justin and Hailey, she is the more stable one. And her chart is actually very imbalanced, and she's so stable that she's actually probably very rigid. And she probably feels like she's the parent in that relationship, and like she's the one having to take care of him. Whereas in this relationship, I get the feeling that he was the one that felt that way. He was the one that felt like he was having to take care of Selena. And so based off of all of this information that I just presented to you right now, there's a possibility these two could end up together again at some point in time. Like I said, 5s tend to, if they're on the negative end of that number, they can be very addictive in their behavior and with people. And we see that with Selena in her life path number, and we see it with Justin in his soul's urge number, which are the 2 most important numbers in your chart. So don't be surprised if these 2 end up together again sometime in the future. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to get back together again. I'm just saying that it's possible. So let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this. What do you think about everything that I've just said? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what your opinion is. And if you want to check out my services, I will leave the information to that below. I would love to have you subscribe and to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I am sending you light and love. Take care.